The Santa Cycle Rampage is coming up this weekend.
Ooh, that's right.
And it's not the story, it's the peg for the story that I want to ask friend of the program, Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Lori Nickel, about this morning. Lori is about to become the only person I actually know to get AI glasses.
Don't my new glasses make me look smarter?
I hope the voice is better than that. What's that got to do with the Santa Claus bike ride? Lori, won't you tell us how these two seemingly unrelated events do relate?
So I have been doing the thing that you are not supposed to do, which is I've been biking and filming with my iPhone. I've been doing that for 10 years. Did it through a ride through Italy and Tuscany. And every time I'm careful and I look around, all that, try to justify it. There's no way to justify it. But last year at the Santa Cycle Rampage, I was filming and my down mitten gloves got caught in the brakes of my bike while I was holding and doing this. And I, you know what, over tea kettle, like completely wiped out. And it was one of those, you know, is this bruise ever going to heal? And I'm saying that 6 weeks later, my legs were just wrecked. So I promised all my friends I was never going to do that. It's rude to do it to other people anyway. I don't know why. I think I was being careful. So Black Friday deal came out with these Meta glasses that everybody hates and they're obnoxious. And I'm like, I want those because I need that for all of my little adventures.
So do you have them yet?
They come tomorrow. Amazon is just, I guess, 3 whole days and need it. They were selling out. I mean, there was a selection of maybe 9 colors or variations, and they were down to 2 by the time I finally pulled the trigger.
As a reporter, could you use those like in a clubhouse or in a locker room? Because that way your hands are free to be able to take notes and that type of thing?
I don't think there's regulations on that, but I have been reading up on people who don't feel comfortable being stalked in airports, for example, by men who are having conversations with women. I would never do that. To me, I want it to be obvious. Am I recording you in the first place?
Yeah.
It should be obvious. I'm sick. But then to do a video thing, there are certain rules in the clubhouse anyway, but then there's my own, the Lori Nickel rules of what I will and will not do. So I won't even consider that. No, but if I'm out biking or if I'm at the BTS concert next year when they do the World Tour, free game for sure.
Lori Nickel is with us from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. So what's your plan for Packers-Bears this week? This one in Green Bay, then we got the Broncos, and then back down to Chicago.
So this is such an intriguing matchup for so many reasons. The quarterbacks have some similar numbers. The one thing, you know, they're both built for outdoor play. I'm really glad they're playing December football between these two teams.
Agreed.
But the takeaways are the huge issue in that the Chicago Bears have 24 takeaways to lead the league. That's, you know, fumbles recovered as well as their 17 interceptions. You know, J. Love doesn't give up too many interceptions. So who wins that battle? And then I got to thinking, why don't the Packers have more turnovers themselves anyway? They've got a really good defense. I want to explore some of the philosophies there. I think there are a couple of guys who might be close to breaking out and catching some of those interceptions. Remember the Giants game a couple of weeks ago? Weren't there 4 drop potential interceptions? Yeah. So let's look at that too. Maybe they're just on the cusp of breaking free. But to me, I know Tosh told you the other day the game is won at the line of scrimmage, which is of course true. But the second factor, huge, is turnovers. So let's look at that. Let's hope for crazy foot of snow or something and see what happens.
Having covered the Packers for a minute or a minute and a half, have you noticed a change in the rivalry status when it comes to that? Like, is it different than it was back in the day versus now? Do they care as much? I mean, obviously, it appears anyway that they don't have the same, I don't know, what's the word, hatred for each other that they maybe once had?
You know, that's where Aaron Rodgers was great. He just put it out there. I own you. It really fed into the rivalry. I think these rivalries, though, really in this modern era of any sports is really among the fans anyway. It's not as much among the players as you think it is. There will be a couple of guys, you know, Jaden Reed, who maybe will come back, I don't know, this week from his collarbone issue and all that kind of stuff. Some guys like that really do look at rivalry almost like a college type of mentality. But for the most part, it's still a pretty big fraternity among players. But it's still, they say that leading up to the week, and then they get into the game and they feel the energy of the crowd and that response, and they do respond to that. But leading up to it, like you just played, Matt LaFleur is not going to go, the Bears have been on my mind since July.
I can't stop thinking about it.
No, it's more like
Losing sleep.
it's the reverse, because the Packers have been living rent free in the Bears' mind for a couple of years now, decades. Yeah, so
Longer than that.
Looking forward to whatever videos you post with your new AA glasses. It's going to be amazing.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.